Live, where news comes first, from the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7's Good Morning El Paso.
Thousands took to the streets in cities across the nation to protest the election results. This is video of demonstrators in Chicago.
The crowd echoing chants of hatred toward Trump. Trump used the city of Chicago as a punching bag during his campaign, characterizing the city as, quote, a lawless war zone besieged by gang violence.
We'll have more coverage from other cities coming up in just a little bit. But first, we want to welcome you back to Good Morning El Paso. I'm Hillary Florin.
And I'm Stephanie Valle. It is 6:30 now on your Thursday morning. And let's get things started talking about our forecast. We are seeing a nice drop in temperatures this morning.
We're not only seeing it, we're feeling it, aren't we, Nicole?
Definitely feeling it. So if you're headed out right now, grab that jacket. And as you get your kids ready for school, make sure they have long sleeves. It will be cool today. 7 o'clock, we're at 47 in El Paso, a little cooler in Las Cruces. The 9 o'clock hour, it is still chilly out there. At least the winds won't be very strong, so that'll provide some relief, but make sure you have that jacket. Our ABC7 Weather Net site sponsored by the Mattress Firm, showing white sands at 49 degrees. Presa Elementary School, we're also in the 40s, and you can see it is chilly pretty much throughout our entire area. At the El Paso Airport, 45, we're at 43 in Las Cruces, and Ruidoso is right at that freezing point at 32 degrees. Doppler radar, we are not tracking any rain currently, but that will change this afternoon. But coming up at 6:37 with your weather and traffic on the 7s, we have a look at your bus stop forecast and your storm outlook for today. That's coming up.
All right, thanks so much, Nicole. And now let's get to the headlines. It's now 6:31 to breaking news. A man is in the hospital and the Lower Valley home is a complete loss right now after it caught fire overnight. This all happened right around 1:30 on the 300 block of Link Drive near North Loop and Zaragoza. And that is where we find Good Morning El Paso's Denise Olivas live on the scene. What can you tell us?
Good morning, Hillary. One look at this home and you can just see how badly this home was damaged. The El Paso Fire Department calling it a total loss. And behind me you can just see very few signs of what was saved from the fire. Just a couple of toys there, signs that a family did live inside this home and that family was inside sleeping. And this morning they're left without a place to live.
Luckily all the family members had completely come out. There was about 7 people inside, 5 adults and 2 children that self-evacuated.
A fire department spokesman, Carlos Briano, says a 52-year-old man was taken to a local hospital with minor injuries. It was passersby who noticed the smoke and flames and called 911. The fire initially starting outside the home and pretty much covering every corner of this home. When firefighters arrived, it was completely engulfed in flames. And now taking a look at what was left, you can see pretty much nothing was left. Again, the El Paso Police Department calling it a total loss with an estimated damage of $153,000. The home, though, did have working smoke alarms, which is possibly why the family managed to get out in time. The fire department says that in 30 seconds, a small flame can burn out of control. At this point, it's still unclear what exactly caused the fire, but as you just see, you can literally look through the home and see that it was pretty much left, just a shell of the home is left outside and everything inside completely charred and destroyed. For now, we are live in El Paso's Lower Valley. Denise Olivas, ABC7.
All right, thank you so much, Denise. Happening today, Donald Trump is making his first trip to the White House as the new president-elect. He's promising to be a president for all Americans. Trump will be the nation's 45th president after beating Hillary Clinton. She had hoped to make history as the first woman president, but is now urging her followers to support the president-elect. And President Obama is echoing that message ahead of meeting with his successor at the White House.
It is no secret that the president-elect and I have some pretty significant differences. We are now all rooting for his success in uniting and leading the country.
The election results have come with their share of backlash. Demonstrators in Oakland, California have lit fires and marched through the streets for 2 nights in a row. Some even setting off fireworks downtown. And in Boston last night, thousands marched in a more peaceful protest. The group could be heard chanting, quote, "We will not be silenced," and they carried signs reading, "He will never be my president."
The fallout from the election isn't just here in the U.S. Dozens of Filipino students took to the streets to protest the president-elect. Students were caught burning a photo of Trump outside the U.S. Embassy in Manila. Students told local media they expected the U.S. and Philippine relations to worsen now that Trump took office. North Korea remained relatively quiet following the election, mainly because the local media there follows very strict guidelines and Trump's name is not well known. The lack of immediate reaction is similar to responses from North Korea to past U.S. presidential elections. Official reaction from Pyongyang will likely come if Trump makes any comments about Korea. A South Korean news agency reported that Trump did phone the South's president earlier today, stressing his continued commitment to South Korea's security. That is a move that Pyongyang might react to.
And Hillary President-elect Trump also called the Prime Minister of Australia earlier today. He spoke to the media about their conversation.
The Australian-US alliance is a fundamental foundation of our security and indeed America's security. Mr. Trump recognises that, appreciates that, honours that, admires it. So that alliance will be there long after Mr. Trump is no longer president, long after I'm no longer Prime Minister.
And Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull would not say whether Trump plans to continue to increase the U.S. military buildup in Australia.
The president of Mexico, Enrique Peña Nieto, says he will meet with Trump. Peña Nieto delivered a speech from Mexico City where he commented on the election. The Mexican president said he called and congratulated Trump and agreed to meet with him to discuss common interests the U.S. and Mexico share and also to develop a path forward.
Happening today, our reporter Evan Fullen brings you a special report tonight on ABC 7 at 10. It's called Hooked Heroes.
And he would tell me all the time, I'm numbing the pain, Dad. I just can't take this. I can't take this. This is too much. And I would beg him all the time, go get help, please. Please, go get help.
A family of a former Fort Bliss soldier torn apart by the opioid epidemic sweeping across the nation. Tonight's special report investigates opioid abuse among veterans and if anything is being done. Last year alone, 63,000 vets sought help from the VA to get off the highly addictive drug. The Surgeon General is calling the epidemic an urgent health crisis. The family's story and what the VA says it is doing to help tonight on ABC 7 at 10.
And we'll have it tomorrow on Good Morning El Paso as well. In the meantime, it's 6:37.
Time for weather and traffic on the 7s. Hi, Nicole.
Good morning. A chilly start to our morning, so as you get your kids ready for school, temperatures range between the low 40s to low 50s in El Paso and Las Cruces. The wind's not too bad to start out this morning. Monwood High School, 46 is the temperature, and at the Farm and Ranch, 43. Just outside of the ABC 7 studio on the west side of town, we're also in the 40s. Storm outlook for today, we do have that chance for isolated showers throughout the region. As you can see, rain chances look a little best out west and southeastern portions of our area. 43, that's the temperature now. Las Cruces, clear skies. We're under mostly sunny skies. In El Paso, 45 is the temperature. North to northeast winds are at 7 miles per hour. Coming up in your full forecast, it will be cool and mostly cloudy today. We'll talk about rain chances, not only for the rest of your work week, but for your weekend. That's coming up. Mauricio?
Hey there, Nicole. Here's a look at your border wait times. 40 minutes is what we're tracking on Bridge of the Americas. 35 for Paso del Norte. Isleta has gotten better over the past hour. It was 40 minutes, now 25. And our other two bridges, Tornillo Guadalupe and Santa Teresa, both a 5-minute wait if you're heading out there. El Paso right now, clean and green. No issues to report right now. No crashes either. And of course, all our closures have opened up. And here's a look at Las Cruces. Still looking good at 67 miles per hour in both directions of I-10. And 65 is what we're tracking right now on I-25. I can also tell you Highway 70 will remain open all day. Let's give you a live look outside now with our ABC 7 TxDOT cameras. This I-10 at Sunland Park in West El Paso. This is our problem spot. Not looking too bad right now, but I'll have your drive times coming up at 6:47.
All right. Thanks so much, Mauricio, for staying on top of that.
And we have more still ahead on Good Morning El Paso.
I think it just makes the climate of the school better for academics.
One school in the U.S. is taking a different approach to dealing with disciplinary problems. The time now, 6:38. We'll be right back.